Y'all done messed up, boy. Y'all let South Carolina State win that Celebration Bowl, which I knew they was going to, by the way. But you let South Carolina State win that Celebration Bowl, and now they phone is ringing off the hook from every single recruit you can think of. Y'all, listen, South Carolina State is building something special. South Carolina State's recruiting class is one of the best. It's definitely top 10 in HBCU football. So that little ranking that came out that didn't include South Carolina State, yeah, trash that. I don't care what they saying. The fact that South Carolina State's recruiting class isn't a part of it tells me that they only going off of stars. They're only counting stars, and they're not really looking at the film of these kids that South Carolina State is getting or the credentials. That tells me they don't know enough about South Carolina football in general, right? But I'm going to put them on game. I'm going to put all y'all on game, because let me tell you something. Y'all done let South Carolina State get a three-headed horse at running back. And you still got Kendall Flowers, who's only a redshirt freshman. South Carolina State is turning into running back U. And it's going to be running back U by the time these three kids in this upcoming recruiting class, and I'm going to show you, right, becomes at least a sophomore. So get ready for that. So you got Kendall Flowers leading the charge. He ain't going nowhere no time soon. And now you bring in these three guys. Let's just get straight into it, because y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. So first up, we got Mr. Dimitri Simmons from Goose Creek. Now, here's the thing with Dimitri. He's all state, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, that's nice. Yeah, my boy rushed for 2,280 yards this past season. A 2,000-yard season in high school. Oh, on top of that, 28 touchdowns as well. Yeah, he can do it all. So you got that to deal with. Mr. Dimitri Simmons, right? 2,200 yards, has breakaway speed, very shifty. On top of that, he's really a threat catching out the backfield. And he reminds me of a young TJ Yeldon. He reminds me of a young TJ Yeldon. And if you let him get a full head of steam, it's over with. Don't even try it. And then, as if Dimitri wasn't enough, right? You go out and you get arguably the best running back in the state of South Carolina, Mr. Tyler Smith, right, from Gaffney High School, the legendary Gaffney High School. For those of you who don't know about Gaffney High School, they're one of the top programs in the state of South Carolina. As a matter of fact, they just won the state championship this past season. And Tyler Smith was probably one of the biggest contributors on that team to winning the state championship at the 5A level, which is pretty high in South Carolina. You know, we're a small state. We ain't that big, right? So Tyler, 5'11", 180 pounds, and let me tell you something, he's a three-star prospect. Y'all like to talk about stars a lot and how South Carolina State don't got any. Well, you're mistaken, right? Because they have Tyler Smith, who is a three-star prospect. Now, he is co-player of the year in high school for 5A. On top of that, he has 2,000-yard rushing seasons in high school, two of them, 45 touchdowns, 45 career touchdowns. He's lightning in a bottle, and like I said, he was one of the biggest contributors to his state championship team. He's played against Division I competition. He's played with Division I competition, and he was one of the biggest contributors to that state championship team. Y'all done messed up, because see, Tyler Smith is gonna be that guy. And then last but not least, as if these two wasn't enough, right? They go out and they get Mr. TJ Williams. Oh, 6'2", 195. Yes, that's right. That's right. He's 6'2". So let them put some muscle on him, and now you're dealing with a Derrick Henry. Okay, and you know, honestly, when they run, when you compare it side to side, it looks kind of similar. I'm just saying. Now, TJ is from Denmark, South Carolina. Now, he is all-state, of course. Can play linebacker as well as running back. So, he's an Iron Man for sure. 1,100 yards rushing, 19 touchdowns, 330 yards receiving to go with 3 receptions. On top of producing on defense with 84 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 4 pass deflections. Y'all messed up. Y'all messed up in a major way. This class is deep. Oh, they deep. Coach Pugh, he did his due diligence with this class. It's one of the best in HBCU football. It should be pushing top 5 right now. Instead, they're unranked, and that's completely unfair, in my opinion. So look out for this class. Look out for a lot of these kids to come in and contribute right away. I would like to do a whole video on South Carolina State's class in general and how deep they are. But I really just want to talk about these running backs first because, my God, are these three talented. And these three with Kendall Flowers is dangerous. I don't know how you're going to split the carries. I do not, but I cannot wait to see these kids step on the field. And please rest assured, these kids can play multiple positions if you need them to. They're very much versatile athletes. But with that being said, man, you're watching the CFL podcast. Like I said, y'all messed up. South Carolina State going to be in that Celebration Bowl conversation for the next few years. If it's not them, then it'll be Delaware State. But it's definitely going to be South Carolina State first. But with that being said, I go by the name of Kobe. You're watching the CFL podcast, and I'm out. Peace.